horror has a lot of subgenres, so we're going to break them down and discuss them. In this video, we're going to talk about Gothic horror. So Gothic horror is usually associated with like dark atmosphere, eerie feelings. It's usually set in mansions, castles, dungeons, monasteries, things like that, but not all the time. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to separate ghosts, vampires, that kind of thing away. So widely considered the first ever Gothic novel is The Castle of Otranto by Horace Walpole. Is it the greatest book in the world? No. I still enjoyed it, and you get to see the origins of where horror kind of started. So another example of this is William Beckford's Vathek, about this caliph who is on this rampage for knowledge and will do anything in his way to get it. Then you really start to see like actual horror kicking off with The Monk by Matthew Lewis. This is just batshit for the time it was written. Those last 80-90 pages are insanity. It's black magic, murder in here, and it's just chaos. And he wrote that when he was 19. Another example of this is Melmoth the Wanderer, which is an Irish Gothic novel about this man who sold his soul to the devil and is trying to pass, that debt onto somebody else. And then we start to see kind of more what we associate with the Gothic nowadays, such as in the works of Charlotte Bronte, like Jane Eyre, just more focused on that atmosphere, set in mansions, castles, that kind of thing, as well as her sister, Emily Bronte, with Wuthering Heights. Again, more focus on the atmosphere as opposed to the horror. You also see this in The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. Again, more focus on that Gothic romance as opposed to the horror. Then you do see a little more in Edgar Allan Poe's works. Just in general, his short stories are very Gothic natured, but again, focus on the horror and the atmosphere and the fear. As well as then we go into like Victorian times, such as Oscar Wilde's The Picture of Dorian Gray, really a staple of the Gothic. And then we turn into the 20th century and you get things like The Phantom of the Opera, which again breaks from that monastery. We get it in an opera, but still very focused on that atmosphere. Less so the horror, though there is horror in here, as well as Daphne du Maurier's Rebecca. Again, focus on the creepiness as opposed to an actual horror. And then we get further along, you get things more like a Southern Gothic, which is focused on the American South, such as Cormac McCarthy's earlier works like Child of God, about a necrophiliac serial killer, and The Devil All the Time by Daniel Ray Pollock. So lots to read here. Start reading that as Gothic, and you'll get to see the origins of horror.